Okay, so here we go. Today is a little bit of an awkward day. It's not totally awkward, it's just a little bit awkward. I shouldn't put this. Look, guys, if I'm going down, it'd be great to take at least somebody with me, but if I'm going up, it'd also be nice to take somebody with me and all of everybody. But anyway, so today it's dawning on me, and I got to the point where maybe I should talk about it in a video, and then I thought, thinking right now I shouldn't be talking in a video. Somehow I wanted to get this on film here so I get my process right. Okay, so well, that works. In the blink of the eye. Blink of the eye. Blink. It's not that life is fast, short. It's that wherever you are on it, you think the end is so near, it's like a blink of an eye. Because your consciousness is always present. So how do you justify presence? As opposed to absence, as opposed to birthday gifts. A birthday gift isn't a present. Well, that's a birthday gift. Sweet kick in the ass is a birthday gift, right? Birthday gift. Okay, so as I see it, the powers that be appropriately leading me even through the dark night of the soul. Dark night of the soul. And for me, the dark night of the soul is also a form of believing the soul is going through its night, right? Kind of like the riddle of the Sphinx. You know, what's 4 legs in the morning, and 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs in the evening, and prone on at night. It's like, oh, okay, the dark night of the soul is how you view the end of your life as the dark night. And it's dark, not just because it's dark, but because it's not light. It's a play on the soul's pun bought into. Wow, that's a toughie here. But, okay, so litter, paper, wood, just cut up some of this. It's not a regular, it's an irregular kind of shape for eggs. I think it tops eggs, like mass quantities of eggs. It's that one, for example, it's on the top. Anyway, so I think this is figured. I haven't done anything quite like this in a long time, so I'm just maneuvering stuff right now. Hey, everybody, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Hey, everybody, that guy doesn't know what he's doing. But hey, look what he's doing. We'll give him a B for good penmanship, good sportsmanship. Honorable mention. Now get it out of here. So see, I stepped in this fertilizer earlier to kind of get the shape, and I was thinking, man, I got this bleach, and I want to empty that remainder of the bleach out. And I thought, well, pour it in the kitty litter, and then I thought, oh, I'll put it in the title and not even Google it myself. Maybe someone would join and tell me what kitty litter bleaching with kitty litter does. Tell me. Condo. Tell me. And John. Okay, so. Okay. So this guy told me well over a month ago, several months ago, he offered to help me make a mold for my foot. I turned it down. I had to say, dude, like, it's absurd. I want to have it 3D printed so I know it's going to work. And then I went to a coffee shop after drawing it up. What I needed. There was this guy doing 3D stuff, which I'm already envious of to a lot of extents, and because of old things, some of you know about. Anyway, and then it just dawned on me this morning after looking at this lady's art video where she's doing all these sculptures and all these like gooey, drippy drops and the just kind of experimental fix it up things. It dawned on me like, man, I can build my own shoe. I just need to plaster it. And somehow I thought, oh, maybe I could turn the cat shit into plaster, and then I wouldn't have to go to the store and get plaster of Paris. But instead, I'm going to have to toss the cat litter. Anyway, and this whole thing is because this hip is feels like it's falling apart. Lots of pain because the feet are locked. That's full movement right there on both feet. There's no twisting, there's no turning. And the ankle turns, so does the knee. The ankle turns, so does the knee. Right? So, anyway, so I walk like a duck already. I always walked a little bit like a duck. Now my feet are seized, the toes don't bend back. They're like boards. They're like nail on boards that you can feel. If you were Pinocchio and you could feel the wood, which I think he did before he was a real boy. Anyway, so as I'm walking, though, without any flexibility in the toes, without any range of ankle bend inward motion separate from the knees, the gait of my stride is like I'm always doing some sort of like, if you guys are into karate, you do a side kick, right? And you raise it up and kick it out, right? And the effect of that on your hip. Like that's how it is every time I walk. So it's just the next level of pain. And I figured, hey, this is my this is my home. My home starts with my body. And then sometimes I'm a little dirtier with it, right? Some debris around. Every now and again I get a bright idea about what might help me. Hey, quite intoxicating. But somehow even that seems to be like a means of getting stuff done. Just getting it closer to me. So just want to pour the bleach in experimentally because there's something in there that could kill me like a bone. Good. I did it anyway. I'm going to pour the rest of this. So, just pour this shit down. I think we have worse water than we do air. It's all pour it in the sink. Okay. think I'll keep the coffee from hitting the ground. Coffee. Okay, so I think cat litter might have ammonia in it, so adding bleach is like apparently is out of fatal gas. Factors. Yeah, maybe I'm just not watching enough horror shows, or maybe I'm watching too many. Maybe I'm taking every little thing I find in the trash too seriously. So weird. It's almost myopic of me. I shouldn't even think about it that way, because it's not. It's actually that for the soul. But sometimes it's impeding. Yes. Art of the loss of empathy, I guess. Art of not giving a shit anymore. See. Why do I have an urge? Somebody that kills, forgives, kills. A murderer spend life. What is it? Killing. And put them up for parole. 35, 20, 35 years. Man, who needs to be a parole officer anyway? That's what's crazy. Parole officers. Just fearing people to do their job. Fearing the competent. Fear the competent. You shouldn't. Okay, hush. Delay. Okay. So, still no plaster. I wish I could immediately screen share and then I'd show you what was in the line. Okay. Anyway, bottle's open. Just a little bit. So how do you help everyone? Then how do we help everyone? That's an ongoing thing. Oh, help yourself. Man's thoughts can go anywhere. Thoughts. Right. I'll be able to get my foot in there, right? Anyway, this is also somewhat a keep your head in the game advice, not let your head go all over the place, but at times you gotta do it. See a problem, fix it. Engineer things, Jordy. Engineering. Again, who knows what damages I've caused with that. Little things. Like that. Okay, so yep, it's gonna be the first design. So that essentially. Okay. I think this is more of a process video of ideas. It's more of a sketch pad at this stage. 3D sketch pad. Okay, so do that right there. Do that. Going around the bottom. Double the convex bottom. Okay. Different. Hmm. Yeah, no shoe designers I know of can do this. Then again, I guess I'm not hitting up a lot of people like, hey, you want to make some fella some shoes for screwing his body up? You know, pro bono around the house. Okay, man, learn to go fund me. It's like, that hasn't been my forte. Maybe go fund yourself and fund me. Cryptocurrency. Yep, some ideas I should move. But I also stay directed for other things in life to happen. So, solitary supplemental. Okay, so. Hmm. Okay, now, can I knock out a mold? Can I actually solve this? I can solve this. That's right. That's reading that wood piece. Maybe. Okay, that goes. That can't be there then. Can't that? That can't be there. Okay, so man. Pretty good sports. That's just me congratulating. No, they're feeling bad that I made anyone, including that guy, feel bad. Yeah. Oh, come on, right? But it was a good catalyst. But you never know who you're fucking. So, but at least okay. Um, then so much for the destroyer, right? Building something instead of destroying something. Wasn't that nice? Okay. Process and great. Okay. Okay. And then this is gonna go on those two sides. Still. Okay. that one. Tape, wax. Tape and wax. Okay. Computer, that one's got something. Let's see. Not the bottom one. That on the bottom. Okay, then how do you get that one? Sink. Okay, it's got to be a 2. It's got to be 1 piece. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so then okay, talking to myself. It's important. Talk to yourself, folks. I do it some of the time. Okay, so semi-perennial. Okay. Put that there. Feed test right there. Okay, I think that design may work. Too small. Not too small. So. It's all in nature. Okay, then that goes there, right? Pull that out. See, calling all artists, Springville artists due December 31st to be in Florida in April this year. And of course, what do? I don't fill it out. I don't apply. I don't apply myself to my things in my own field. That is what is absurd about me. I'd rather spend my money on something that I think I get a better odds of a return from. Hence, hire a documentary guy. Right? It's not exactly knowing he's going to be a documentary guy. Okay, so even if I do that, okay. Just gonna, yeah, however you do. So plus that would have to be cut out anyway. Okay, cut that. Okay, cut that. Cut that. Put that whole thing in right there like that. Okay. That I believe that is right. Where I want it. Right. So it's flat. Right. Okay. Push it down anyway, so we're gonna do that. Push that down. Nice. It's not a big deal. Okay. Burning it on both ends of the wick, which is a stupid plan. Try to wake yourself up. Okay, so that goes up like that. That goes like that. Okay, so here's the basic guidelines where you don't need them at all. Okay, just think, man, just think you can do that, right? And then that. You can't fuck that. No, you can't fuck that up. I can fuck that up. If it's plaster, I can fuck it up. Carve it out. Unless you break it, because plaster's fat. So calm down. So the weight of that, you know that's not the right shape. And you're assuming that you're going to get the right bevel or oh, oh, okay, okay, okay. Sweat this. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. I do an inversion. Do that and do an inversion. Clip it. Clip it. You gotta run it that way. Sir. You're just doing a double bevel. Why are you making this thing? Okay. The foot in there. Okay, so then brace it around the outside. That's where the plaster's gotta go. So just place it. Actually, you just let it. You just fill it. You're just looking at displacement to see if your rocker. Okay. Am I off my rocker? I'm just building a shoe rocker here. And then that side though, that's the thing. Why would I do that? Why would I build a shoe like that? Okay, but something's still missing. The thing that's missing is threading. Just bars. Just like bars. How do you do that? Like some bars. So this is now drilling on the end. Okay. That worked. That worked. That almost. My scissors. Oy. Okay. What's going on? Alright, you can do that. Okay. Yes, I'm just recycling denial, so just prepare. I think maybe it's a bad move. The geometry would suggest. It's a bad move. So you gotta have faith. Pretty. So crazy. Okay, you just dump that out, pull that up, tape it, get plaster of Paris. is I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I put sticks through two. What is it? Levels. Okay, just don't even worry about that. You got it. You got it. It's the sheer weight. Only one for full parts. We have that. Good. Oh, bro. Most robust and beautiful. This well put together. I gotta fuck them up. I hate that. Okay, so I think it was. You know, you guys get the point. Okay, so. Okay, so that is. Okay, so when you do it, I can put a hole in it. Shoe, what do I put in it? Okay, then okay, this one's freaking that one on the other. Okay. Oh, man. It's a very quiet day in Mike Town. Yes. Still that should squish to the corner when I do it. When I come back with plaster repairs. Okay. Blade air freshener. Well, I could say this was a how-to video, but Frickin' bracken. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some feedback that I got in text form. I haven't read it yet. And it's been banging in the background. And I'll do it, I suppose, while I make a coffee and talk about this shoe thing real quick. It's really more maybe about the shoe thing, right? Okay, so as you guys can see, I got the paint canister. This, I'm not certain I'm going to use at all. That will be for the runner-up if this one doesn't work. And so the paint roller, I just put paper inside of it, and and I put egg roll things underneath it. I'm not going to pull it apart to show you, right? But there's one there, and there's one there that's next to where the ridge starts up on the paint roller tray. And then there's one here. There's not one here, but there is one here on the right side. The foot would be going that way. Don't want to tear that tape up. And then I'm just pouring plaster of Paris in there. You can't really see it, but it's a beveled edge that goes diagonal. And then there is a, a flat front to back with rounded corners. Okay, well, maybe it's not a good idea to read this. Right? Who wants to read this out of the blue? the phone. I mean, why not be daring? I was just thinking like, oh, I got to put more of me out there. But really, this was about the shoe building. And so why am I trying to double up on topics again? You know what I mean? Quadruple up on topics. Make my videos more than one thing. Again, why do I do that? Don't know. I do not know correct why I do what I do. Okay. Well, let me check the chat. If someone says, yeah, read it, I'll read it. If they don't, maybe I'll read it anyway. Who knows, right? Maybe a bad idea. Okay, it's not even noon yet. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find these things, right? That's nice. Okay, let's go there. See, I always like doubt my knowledge set, and then I remember I have a good knowledge set. Okay, so let's see if there's anything in the comments here. See, I always like doubt my knowledge set. Knowledge set. Knowledge set. Okay, well, there's nothing there. So, let's see. Calm that down. That being said, even though I have 2 viewers, supposedly. Okay, well, I do want to make coffee. Now the debate is whether or not I make what is personal public. Okay, I better, because maybe it'll help you guys understand A, why I let my belly get fat again, and B, why I got this bad haircut. But, okay, your attempt to explain my thoughts, motivations, and actions, and then in turn try to sum them up based on a theological paradigm of thinking as well as behavior in order so that I can be rationalized or explained in a way that is conducive to your pattern of thinking only frustrates your level of thinking because to you it does not seem rational. I am nervous around you based on past experiences. I was not going to do a quick pro quo yesterday based on what you determined were my limits of intoxicating myself. This may be based on a level of thinking regarding your own intoxicant limitations. I had not been keeping track or itemizing items I had brought over yesterday. It was you who said you would go get it and offer. Again, you stated that it would be for the bleach. That's just not true. Okay. Um, that was strictly tentative, and that was a huge maybe. And anyway, let's see what else it said. That was the only reason I brought that up. In addition to your remarks, it was only there to X and leave, which is both degrading and displays a reflection you have of me as a person as well as my character. This only invokes an attempt for me to express to you that it was not the case, and my motivations for coming over to hang and chill with you were based on using you. Again, not at all an accurate or fair description of why I wanted to visit. I was enjoying our conversation and what you were teaching me. Yeah, after you begged me to teach you something, I wanted to get situated and comfortable so that I full attention. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. You ever start becoming a dickhead? It's like my brother says, hey, he's gonna become a dick. So she's copying him. I don't know, I gotta say it. Okay, I'm not saying in a situation where I feel dominated, controlled, or coerced based on a guilt trip. And it was impossible to get along with you. I always walk away feeling bad and wish I did not hang with you. This is applicable to your understanding, and that leads me to believe we can't be friends or hang because no matter what I don't have fun and I'm completely on edge, and it's not to say I don't like it, just that for me, emotional and physical health boundaries and not expose myself to situations or people that take away or diminish the person I am or brings out negative aspects of the person I don't want to be. Brings out negative aspects of a person I don't want to be instead of negative positive aspects of a person I also don't want to be. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to worry so much about that. Whew. There's other things. There's quote unquote bigger fish to fry, meaning all the projects until perhaps I'm a fried fish or working on behalf of unfrying fish. Fry things as if there's a motivation there. So there's a real palate engineering there. Okay. Stray, pretty good. With me. Everybody have good minds, good mindset, good things. Amen. Balakamoo, balakapam, balakabing pong, ding, 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 skibble, dibble, 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 skibble, dibble, dibble,